What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your guy, Mark McNeely from Breath Solution and Healthy Living. I hope you guys are doing great out there. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you guys can stay updated as video content come out. Hey, look, guys, we are on day number three. Day number three of the Detox Challenge. All right, this is, we got 12 days that we're going for. I feel great. So I just want to give you guys an update about how this journey is going. And many of you have obviously started jumping on board with the journey. And I'm excited for your health. I'm excited for your success and your results as well. All right. So if you're someone brand new and you have not yet watched any of our detox videos, just go back to video one or detox video number one, where I give a breakdown of all of the herbs that are blended up into this tea that you can actually drink. It has so many different beneficial properties that's going to help you alkaline the body. I'm going to also leave below in the description box a food chart. It's a Dr. Sebi food chart that you can actually start looking at some alkaline foods to eat while you're on this detox. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys how I feel. I'm going to share with you guys my results so far. I'll talk to you guys why I actually decided to go on a detox. And then also, I'm going to talk to you guys about, I guess there's been a YouTube subscriber that asked for me to share a little bit more of my results of, I guess how I knew I had a breath issue, what was some of the symptoms or signs that I knew I had an issue with my breath. So I'm going to start there first, and then we'll finish up with my day 3 results. All right, and pardon me holding the camera. It's kind of moving around. Pardon me. I don't have my tripod with me in this video. So anyway, how I knew that I had a breath issue. I would say back in maybe middle school. I had some really good close friends of the family. I remember, I was very athletic. I played, ball and different things like that. Played out in the neighborhood. But I remember one particular Christmas, my friends, they gave me a Christmas gift bag. And in that gift bag, there was a toothbrush and toothpaste. And I was like, man, I wasn't a dumb kid, but, I knew that, dang, okay, this obviously is a sign. Other than that, I never really noticed any issue with my breath or anything like that. As young kids, a lot of times you run around the house, or you if you play sports, you may smell musty. Like I have an 8-year-old and he's now starting to perspire. So at 8, he wears deodorant sometimes, but we have to remind him to, hey, you need to put on deodorant. So it was that kind of thing. Like, I was always a clean kid. I didn't walk around, with my butt smelling or anything like that. I took showers and baths. I brushed my teeth, but I didn't zone in on the diet part. I didn't know that that was an issue. And it's a real thing, because I even have some now, I have some younger kids that reach out to me via email, which I try to tell them to get their parents involved. But it is a real thing. It is something that can actually, start to plague you at a young age if you don't know it. So that was the first sign. I got a gift bag with toothpaste and a toothbrush, and I was like, damn, that's a sign of, okay, you need to brush your teeth. Okay, so that was the first sign, but they never directly came out and say, hey man, your breath smells, your breath stinks. All right, so that was kind of the issue, at that moment. But they were sweet people, really good people. Moving on, I noticed some symptoms, but I really didn't know how to identify it when I was in high school. Very popular, played ball. I would always chew gum all day, just chewing gum. I would spit one piece out, put another piece in. I was the one always eating gum or candy because I couldn't explain the taste or the dryness in my mouth. That was another symptom. So I had a lot of dryness. I had a bad taste in my mouth that I could not explain why it was there. However, I always ate gum and either, candy or something like that in hopes to just get rid of the taste. So that was another symptom or sign. When I got a little bit older, got off to college, I started really, even before college, like high school, I started noticing a little mucus. It felt like I was always had to spit. I had to hack. It was like a bunch of mucus. So those were the signs. I didn't know what they meant. I did eventually go to an allergy doctor. A little bit later, my mother had allergies, my dad had allergies. But I used to, ask my mom, hey, does my breath smell? I used to always be conscious about my breath and things like that. And she would be like, no, boy, get out of here, man. It's just in your head. I would go and buy these little special like toothpastes, even back when I was, younger. Just because I was just trying to figure out what the issue was. So moving forward, got into college. I'm into adulthood. Those symptoms got worse. I began to get this metallic, bitter type taste. It was just horrible. I had issues with bloatiness at times. Sometimes constipation. I remember going to a GI doctor, and then that GI doctor basically x-rayed my stomach. I told him that I had some blood in my stool, which it was like hemorrhoids. So I had some really bad stomach discomforts. Had some hemorrhoids going on. They did a x-ray on me. My intestines had twisted up a little bit, and so they made me go on a fast for like 7 days so that things can correct itself. And I was on like Jello and a broth diet for 7 days. It was really horrible. It was torture, but I felt so good. I was able to release a lot of like gas, like a lot of air. When I remember when I would use the restroom, it would just be a lot of air releasing from my intestines and my gut, and I felt really good. But then I went back to eating normal. I didn't have a plan of attack on what I needed to do. So I remember being in college. Just I hated small group settings. Someone asked, a subscriber asked, was my breath bad to the point where it filled up a room? No, I didn't fill up a room. However, it was just when I would come in close contact with people and interactions, I would notice them back away or offer me gum or mints. And so for me, that was my, key sign that, okay, there's an issue, something is wrong, So I spent a lot of my time and money buying TheraBreath products, nasal sprays, uh, going to the ear, nose, and throat physician. I did a lot of that. That was my journey, in terms of, what happened to me. But again, I continued to eat. I just continued to attack the problem from the mouth. I continued to just brush, floss, went to the dentist, got all cavities checked, all of that. I even went to a specialist that specialized in halitosis, bad breath. I mean, I remember traveling like 2 hours away, and when I got there, it was crazy. I was still in college. I was broke, and I had just enough money. I didn't even know how much money I needed, but I was like, look, I'm going to see somebody today. They could just bill me later. And they were like, oh, sir, I think the balance was like I owed them like $200 something copay, and I only had like $100 and something. And I told the lady, look, that's all I have. If you could take it, and I'll just send me the bill. I'll pay it. I didn't know, so they billed me. They were really cool. But even that process did not work. It worked for that time. They gave me a special mouth rinse. It didn't work. All right, so moving forward, a little bit later on in life, I continued to struggle with it. And I was just like, man, continue to struggle with it. Went to the ear, nose, and throat physician. And then we realized that, okay, we needed to do sinus surgery. Spent over $20,000 getting a sinus surgery. That's kind of what happened. Did that, went in the nasal cavity, cleansed everything out. I went home the same day. He put me on this very, very strong antibiotic. This antibiotic killed everything, every bacteria, any infection that could possibly come about. It killed it. It wiped it out. I pooped. I can't remember the name of it because I know you guys gonna ask me, hey, what's the name of it? I don't remember the name of it. I just knew that when I would take this medication, this antibiotic, it flushed everything out. Like I had diarrhea. I was just pooping, just. All right. So that happened after the surgery. It was at that point when the light bulb went on for me, when I was doing this research as to what is the cure, how do I fix this, how do I make my life, how do I get my life back on track? I was once the person that enjoyed mingling and interacting with people, and I had got to a place where I isolated myself. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to go in the elevator with people. I didn't want to go in the grocery store to check out with people. I didn't want to do anything that involves people. And we all know that's not realistic because you got to work, you have to live, you just have to be around people. So it was at that point when I got the antibiotic. The antibiotic flushed me out. I was on this antibiotic for like maybe 7 days or so. Every day, multiple times a day, I was pooping. I couldn't hold anything. I could barely hold water down. But one thing I did notice when I was on this antibiotic, my breath didn't smell. There was no odor. There was no stench. There was no gas. There was nothing. It was just like clean air. And I tested it. I had a appointment with the actual physician. I got a keloid here. For those of you that have seen my videos, I've got like a little keloid here. I'll show you guys, I guess, for those of you that have not seen it. But this is a keloid, I promise you. So I have sensitive skin. This wasn't here several years ago. I would say probably about 6 years ago. I think it kind of came on the scene, or maybe 7 years ago. But it started out like a little bump, like just a little bump, nothing major, just like, okay, something you could scratch. And then it continued to grow. Well, anyway, I went to a dermatologist. This particular day, I chose not to brush my teeth at all. I didn't brush my teeth at all. I went to the dermatologist. She checked me out, laid me out on the table. She did her evaluation of the keloid. She was all up in my face, all up in my grill, talking to me. No indication of, bad breath, no sniffing hard, no coughing, all of the signs and symptoms that you guys know people do when you have really, really bad breath. So that was when the light bulb went on for me to understand that, man, this thing was a gut issue. This was a gut related problem. This had nothing to do with my teeth and gums. Now, there are cases where, if you do have cavities, that could cause a odor, but it's a different type of odor, I guess. It's just a different type of smell. The odors that most people are smelling from, you guys that struggle with bad breath, is old fermented food. All right, you got old potatoes, you got old French fries, you got old bread, you got old yeast, all of that animal protein, meat backed up in your gut, in your intestines. All right. I had to learn that. I learned the hard way. It took me a long time. Now you guys have the answer. You guys have the solution. So that's my story real quick, how I knew. I just wanted to answer that for a particular new subscriber, because I've actually answered this before. But hey, I love just sharing with you guys and helping you guys along the way. So now, fast forwarding, here we are now. What made me and led me to go on to this detox? I went out of town, been traveling for the past couple of weeks, came back from the beach. I was in Atlanta, just eating whatever, eating good, living life. It happens. All right. Well, I already knew, you got to detox. You got to rid that out of your body. I was eating processed food, fried food, soul food, fatty food. I did it all, right? I lived. And you're going to pay for it. So the thing is, I needed to go on a detox. So here I am. I'm on a 12-day detox. The reason why you want to detox is because the gut is the center hub of everything. It's the center hub of the nervous system. It directs traffic. All right. It's like the brain of your entire body, even though you have a brain to think for you. All right. Your gut determines everything. It determines, your energy levels. It determines the way you're able to think, focus, your ability to just be the best version of you. So in day one of the detox video, I cover the herbs that I, recommend. They have really, really healthy benefits. Go back and look at that video. If you have not, I'll try to leave a link below in the description box. But I feel great. I'm on day 3. I've used the bathroom, 5 times today. Just really, really helping me release. On day 1 and day 2, when I used the bathroom, I was still kind of backed up, but I was pooping a little bit, but it was backed up, and my bowels smelled very horrible. It smelled very bad. Now, day 3, my bowel smells good. Like, it doesn't stink. Like, someone can walk in the bathroom with me doing number 2, and they wouldn't even know that I'm pooping, right? That's how your bowel is supposed to smell, okay? If your bowel smells stink, just imagine what's going on inside of the gut. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm drinking these detox teas 3 times a day. I double up on the bag. So 2, 4, 6. I drink about 6 bags of tea per day. What I started noticing on day 1 was I was urinating. My body was flushing out toxins. It just was coming out, just peeing. I wasn't pooping yet. By day 3, all right, which was earlier this morning, like 11, 12 o'clock earlier this morning, I got up, I started using the bathroom. So that was like my first real good bowel movement where I was pooping. and then just multiple times throughout the day going to the bathroom. It was not like a diarrhea, but it was more like, man, you could see that it was detoxing. You could tell that my food was absorbing out of my body. It was cleansing me out, and I noticed that the bowel did not stink. It did not smell. There's no mucus. Don't feel any mucus. There's no smells, no odors, nothing. All right. And the herbs that we're using, man, is powerful, amazing herbs, guys. And so in this video, I'm just recommending that you guys get on this challenge. All right. Get on this challenge. You got to have discipline. I'm going to leave a link where you can look at some of the alkaline foods to put in your body while you're on this detox. Don't eat anything else. Don't eat any breads. Don't eat any wheats. Don't eat any gluten. Don't eat any animal protein. All right. You just want to stick to this list of the fruits and vegetables. All right. I've been eating some prunes. I've been eating quinoa. Quinoa's been really good. It's been helping me. I never had eaten quinoa before, but now, man, it's high in protein, very good in fiber. I've been eating some wild rice. So in video number 2, I showed you guys what I kind of prepared. And that's it, guys. I feel great. I'm not gassy. I'm using the bathroom. I'm actually getting a good detox. My bowel, my poop smells really good. Like it smells like, I actually took a sample, from, my stool, not the stool, but from my butt when I wiped, excuse my language, and I smelled it. I was like, wow, this smells exactly like what I was eating. All right. I know that's nasty. It's graphic. I promise you, didn't touch me, didn't touch my face or my hands. I promise you guys. But I wanted to do that for the purpose of just understanding how the body works, man, and you have to take care of your body. So if you want to get rid of bad breath, if you want to get rid of halitosis, if you want to get rid of acid reflux, if you want to get rid of mucus, if you want to get rid of ulcers and all of the things that you complain about, many of you complain about having bad breath for 10 years, 3 years, you got to detox your body. Not just the colon, but you've got to detox it from the blood. You got to detox your blood, your cells. How do you detox? Going on an alkaline diet, drinking herbal teas, because a lot of these herbal teas and the alkaline diet is going to provide nutrients that your body is not able to absorb because you have digestive issues. You're not able to absorb iron. You're not able to absorb magnesium. You're not able to absorb the potassium from the foods that you need because you're backed up. All right. And so you've got a lot of intestines. I think your intestines can reach like an entire tennis court, from one end to the next. So all of that is wrapped up into your stomach. All right. And so you could have old food, old bile just sitting in there that has not yet been released, even though you've used the bathroom. You can have stuff in there from years ago that you've already eaten that's just sitting in there. So detoxing yourself, going on an alkaline diet is going to help you release that and rid that. And you're going to notice by day 3, day 4, day 5, depending on how backed up you are, the smells are going to start to go away. You got to do it. You've got to stay on it. You've got to be consistent. So stay tuned for video number 4. I'm not sure, what else more to say other than get started. This is your life. This is your health. And get started, and we're going to see you guys here on the next video. And with that being said, guys, peace and blessings. Love you. And comment below if you're going to join this challenge. It doesn't matter where you join. Just get started. Comment below if you're going to join the Detox Challenge. Again, it's 12 days. And then comment below if you are already on the challenge and you're feeling great, you're feeling good. Let me know what symptoms you have. Let me know what it is that you're looking to cure and get rid of. Take care, guys. I'll see you on the next video.